Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm a Boeing 737 pilot and a member of PMDG's tech team. In today's video we are going to look at requesting the IFR clearance on VATSIM. Now, those of you who have carefully studied the AIPs and the radio telephony manual that I have provided in earlier videos will know that there are different ways of requesting the IFR clearance in every different country. However, therefore, the pilot has to make a decision on how to actually request the clearance. Now, what some countries like Germany want the pilot just to request startup and then the clearance is going to be given by the air traffic controller. In other countries, like in the UK, you are going to give your aircraft type and the QNH together with the clearance. So there are all different kinds of ways of doing it. But let's just find a way that works pretty much everywhere. And that is rather easily. So we're going to fly under the call sign Air Berlin for Uniform X-Ray on today's flight. So when you have found the correct frequency to request your departure clearance on, as said, usually that is delivery, but the top-down principle does apply on VATSIM, so if there's a tower online, then he's going to give you the clearance, and if there is no controller on the ground at all, but there is, for example, an approach or a radar controller, then they are going to give you the clearance. In all cases, do mention the identifier of the ATIS, and mention that you are requesting your IFR clearance. And that usually works in every single country where you are. So, for example, Cologne delivery, Air Berlin for Uniform X-Ray, Information Alpha, request clearance to Munich. Or, alternatively, Cologne delivery, Air Berlin for Uniform X-Ray, Information Alpha, request IFR clearance. Both are going to be understood by air traffic controllers all around the world, and they are going to give you the clearance thereafter. Now, the way the exact clearance looks is a little bit different per country, but what is always included is the following: your standard instrument departure, a squawk, and in most cases some sort of an en route clearance. So in Germany, for example, your clearance could be as follows: Air Berlin for Uniform X-Ray, clear to Munich via Kumik 1 Charlie departure, flight planned route, climb via SID 5,000 feet, squawk 1234. And you would read that exact thing back. So, Air Berlin for Uniform X-Ray, clear to Munich via Kumik 1 Charlie departure, flight planned route, climb via SID 5,000 feet, squawk 1234. Now, let's have a look at what this clearance actually means. So, he cleared us for the Kumik 1 Charlie departure. Now, Kumik 1 Charlie, we check that we have that in the FMC. So in the 737 route page, next page, Kumik 1 Charlie. Then he said flight planned route. That means that we are cleared to fly along the routing that we have filed all the way to the last waypoint. So we are cleared to proceed on the route that we have filed. Climb via SID 5,000 feet. So depending on the country you are, this climb via SIDs or the initial climb at all may not be part of the IFR clearance. In most countries they are going to say something like climb altitude 5,000 feet or climb flight level 70 or whatever. But in some countries, for example in the UK, they may just give you a SID and a squawk and nothing else. So in that case, have a careful look at your SID chart to confirm the initial climb that you are cleared to. And in any case, if the controller gives you a different altitude than what is in the chart, then the controller's clearance takes precedence. So in this case, climb altitude 5,000 feet, we're going to dial this into the mode control panel. Squawk 1234. Then we're going to insert 1, 2, 3, 4 into the transponder. After you've made your readback, the controller is going to say something like readback correct. So let's go over it once more and do the full procedure as you could expect it on the network. I'm going to act as pilot and controller alike. Cologne delivery, Airberlin 4 Uniform X-ray, information Alpha, requests clearance to Munich. Airberlin 4 Uniform X-ray, Cologne delivery, clear to Munich via Comic 1 Charlie departure, flight planned route, climb via SID 5000 feet, squawk 1234. Now it's the pilot's turn again. Airberlin 4 Uniform X-ray, cleared to Munich via Comic 1 Charlie departure, flight planned route, climb via SIDS, altitude 5000 feet, squawk 1234. And then the controller replies, Airberlin 4 Uniform X-ray, read back correct. And in some cases, they may add something like report ready for startup or report ready for pushback or whatever. So this is generally what an IFR clearance looks like on VATSIM. Once the clearance is received, check carefully in your aircraft that you have set the correct altitude, that you have the correct standard instrument departure in your FMC, and that the correct squawk is set on your transponder. And this is how to request an IFR clearance on VATSIM. There are some regional differences, but mostly using the phrase request IFR clearance or request clearance to Munich, or to whichever destination you're going, of course, is going to get you an IFR clearance. Let's quickly talk over how it might be in some other countries, namely in the UK, because the UK is using a very abbreviated form of the IFR clearance, which some controllers may be using in other countries as well. So the very least information you have to get in a clearance is a SID and a squawk. So they may say just something like Airberlin 4 Uniform X-ray, cleared to Munich, Comic 1 Charlie departure, squawk 1234. And in that case you simply read back what the controller has said, and if the controller is giving a clearance like that, you can assume that you are cleared to fly on the planned route, and you will have to take the initial climb from your standard instrument chart. So, for those of you who don't remember where it is, let's just have a look. Using the Navigraph charts over here, we have a small box at the bottom of our chart saying initial climb clearance 5000 feet. This concludes today's video. I would like to thank you very much for your attention. Let me know in the comments below how you are requesting your IFR clearances, and let me know what you think about the way that I have just taught you. If you do like the videos, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description below, and I'm looking forward to see you all again on the next one. Until then, thank you very much for your attention and enjoy your flights.